The Temptations hated this song so much they almost refused to record it. Dennis Edwards was furious, thinking the producer was mocking his father's death. The group wanted romantic ballads. Norman Whitfield gave them a 12-minute cinematic masterpiece they fought every step of the way. That iconic bass line doesn't enter until nearly 4 minutes in. The tension builds like a thriller soundtrack, and then it became their final #1 hit and won 3 Grammys.
I'll always remember, yes I will.
This is the sound of Motown's Detroit era ending, a monument built on refusal and rebellion.
Papa was a rolling stone.
Number 12, Just My Imagination by The Temptations, 1971. This was Eddie Kendrick's swan song, and Norman Whitfield made him stay in the studio all night to get it perfect. Written back in 1969, Whitfield and Barrett Strong shelved the ballad because psychedelic soul was dominating, then pulled it out after Ungina za Ulimwengu. Running away with me. Stalled at number 33, Desperation that paid off beyond anyone's imagination. I say to myself, you're such a... Jerry Long's orchestral arrangement wraps around Dennis Coffey's delicate guitar intro like morning mist, while Kendrick's falsetto floats effortlessly. Catch how the marimba adds shimmer beneath every verse. It's truly a dream come true. It's shot to #1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and R&B charts in April 1971, holding the top spot for 2 weeks and giving the group their 3rd pop #1. Paul Williams sings just one heartbreaking line. Passes by. His baritone cutting through before vanishing. The last time either he or Kendricks would appear on a Temptations single. But in reality, she doesn't. This was late night radio for parked cars and dim living rooms where confessions felt safer in the dark. It was just my imagination. From tender longing to golden hour swagger. I would surely die. Number 11, Golden Time of Day by Maze, 1978. Frankie Beverly built this title track like a slow sunrise, patient, warm, unstoppable, proving Maze could command a groove without ever raising their voice. The second album from the Bay Area group, released on Capitol Records, showcased Beverly's gift for creating songs that felt like conversations between old friends rather than performances. The bass line walks rather than drives, while layered keyboards wash over everything like light breaking through curtains. There's a time of the day. Notice how the percussion stays loose and organic instead of locked to a grid. Beverly wrote and produced every track himself, maintaining complete creative control when most artists were surrendering decisions to outside producers and chasing disco trends. It's a time that the sun. The album established Maze as the ultimate live band. The kind of group that could pack venues with people who just wanted to feel good for 90 minutes straight. This was backyard barbecue music that made aunts and uncles grab each other and show the young folks what real rhythm looked like.
it takes a lovely form.
While Mays kept it smooth and controlled, the next artist brought revolutionary fire.
At the end of the day.
You know what breaks my heart a little? Only 1% of the people who watch R&B vinyl are actually subscribed. 99 out of 100 of you keep coming back, vibing with the grooves, feeling the stories, reliving the voices that built soul itself, but you still haven't hit that button. Think about it. You spent time here, maybe even rediscovered a song that hit you right in the chest. And yet, you're walking away before the next track drops. Subscribing costs nothing, not a cent, but it means you'll never miss the moments that remind you who you were when that record first played. R&B vinyl isn't just music. It's memory, it's heritage. It's the pulse that still beats under everything we love. Don't just listen from the sidelines. Be part of the 1% who keep the soul alive. Hit subscribe, stay, groove, and keep the record spinning with us.
Number 10, Move On Up by Curtis Mayfield, 1970.
Toward your destination.
Here's the twist. Curtis wrote this 9-minute motivational epic
And take the trip. Though there may
American radio ignored it completely, but the UK turned it into a massive hit.
crack. Your folks might understand.
Released on his solo debut after leaving The Impressions, Curtis produced it himself on his own Curtin Records label, refusing to compromise his vision for anyone's commercial expectations.
With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely.
The extended album version stretches nearly 9 minutes, with congas driving relentless forward momentum, while horns punch and soar in waves that never feel repetitive. Catch how the tempo subtly shifts every 2 minutes to keep your attention locked.
Bite your lip.
An edited single flopped in the United States, but spent 10 weeks in the UK top 50, peaking at number 12. British audiences understood what American pop radio completely missed.
To a greater day.
Rolling Stone later ranked the album at number 275 on their 500 greatest albums of all time list, validating what soul fans already knew decades earlier.
Move on up. And keep on wishing.
This was the sound of determination made audible.
Then the supreme best.
Morning commute fuel for anyone trying to rise above their circumstances and claim something better.
Move on up.
Number 9, Love Always by El DeBarge, 1986. Here's what nobody tells you. This was El's escape route from family expectations, his chance to prove he could carry a hit without his siblings as backup. After years fronting DeBarge, El broke free for a solo deal and brought in heavy hitters Peter Wolf and Jay Graydon to produce his debut, with Burt Bacharach, Carol Bayer Sager, and Bruce Roberts writing this centerpiece ballad. Lush synthesizers cascade like silk over a mid-tempo groove, while El's falsetto floats into the stratosphere effortlessly. Hear how the production stays modern without sacrificing the warmth that made him famous. The song peaked at number 43 on the Billboard Hot 100. Not a smash, but enough to earn the album gold certification and prove the solo gamble could work. This wasn't just another ballad. It was El staking his claim as more than just another DeBarge brother riding family fame. This was slow dance music made for dedications and dimmed living rooms where couples swayed without needing words.
For the rest of our lives, love on.
From intimate tenderness to explosive celebration.
Under summer skies, I'll write your name in my book.
Number 8, For the Love of You by the Isley Brothers, 1975.
Yeah, soft and long.
Rudolph Isley wrote this about his wife Elaine, originally titled How Lucky I Am. Then someone changed it without his knowledge, and he nearly blocked the entire album's release.
It's for the love of you.
Released as the second single from The Heat Is On after Fight the Power started fading,
Gentle breeze flowing through my mind.
the song showcased the two sides of the Isley Brothers' genius in one album cycle.
We could sail together in and out of
Now, fierce funk followed by silky seduction.
living for the love of you.
Ron Isley's lead vocal drips with such smooth confidence it sounds effortless, while their arrangement creates a lush bed of strings and gentle percussion.
Words that try to say what I feel. Yeah,
Notice how the bass walks instead of thumps, giving everything room to breathe.
glad to be here alone with the
It peaked at number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100 and hit number 10 on the R&B chart, nearly repeating their previous singles' crossover success and proving the group could dominate any tempo.
you got me, girl. I wanna be
The Heat Is On became their first album to reach number 1 on the Billboard 200, staying there for 5 weeks and earning double platinum certification.
all we'll need is candlelight and a song.
This was Quiet Storm radio perfection, the kind of song that turned late night dedications into marriage proposals.
When you're loving me, when you're loving me,
From bedroom seduction to desperate northern soul.
be living for the love.
Number 7, Since I Found My Baby by the Metros, 1967.
I don't need nobody to tell me what I.
Most people have never heard of the Metros, but Northern Soul collectors will pay $500 for an original pressing, and here's exactly why. Released on RCA Victor in 1967, the track is pure adrenaline compressed into 2.5 minutes. Driven by relentless drums and urgent horns that never give you a second to catch your breath. The vocals burst with raw joy that makes you believe every word, even though you know absolutely nothing about who's singing. Hear how the backing vocalists echo every line like they're celebrating right alongside him in real time. It never charted nationally, disappearing almost immediately upon release. But decades later, UK DJs spinning rare soul in Northern England clubs turned it into an underground anthem worth a fortune. Now original copies sell for anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on condition. A small fortune for a song American radio completely ignored. This was the sound of packed dance floors in working class clubs where people danced all night to records nobody else cared about. From underground rarity to irresistible party energy, number 6, Gotta Give It Up by Marvin Gaye, 1977. Marvin didn't want to make a disco record. Motown demanded it, so he gave them disco on his terms with a party and a studio twist nobody saw coming. recorded in his home complex, Marvin's Room, over 4 days in December 1976. He layered his own vocals, played keyboards, invited his brother Frankie and girlfriend, Janice Hunter, for background chatter, and even brought in Frankie Beverly on percussion to create organized chaos. The result sounds like you're eavesdropping on the funkiest house party ever thrown, with hand claps, cowbell, and that unforgettable falsetto scatting dancing over the groove. Catch how the party chatter feels spontaneous, even though every element was meticulously arranged. It replaced Fleetwood Mac's Dreams at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and dominated pop, R&B, and dance charts simultaneously for weeks. Decades later, it sparked a $7 million copyright lawsuit when Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams' blurred lines got too close to the vibe. The jury sided with Marvin's estate in 2015. This was the song that turned wedding receptions into sweat-soaked dance floors where nobody sat down until the lights came on. From disco funk chaos to pure summer abandon. Number 5, You Sexy Thing by Hot Chocolate, 1975. Errol Brown and Tony Wilson wrote this together, but producer Mickey Most wasn't convinced it could be a hit, so he buried it as a B-side to Blue Night and walked away. Months later, Most had a change of heart, re-recorded it properly, and released it on his RAK label. The gamble paid off beyond anyone's wildest expectations. That opening guitar lick slides into a groove so smooth it feels like velvet, while Brown's voice oozes charisma over every syllable. Hear how the backing vocals respond like a knowing chorus that's in on The Secret. It peaked at number 2 in the UK, held off the top only by Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody for 6 brutal weeks, and hit number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in early 1976. Billboard ranked it the number 22 song of 1976, and it later recharted in the UK multiple times across 3 decades, hitting the top 10 in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. This was the sound of confidence made audible, the kind of song that made everyone in the room sit up a little straighter. Number 4 in the Summertime by Mungo Jerry, 1970.
In the summertime when the weather is high, you can stretch right up.
Written in 10 minutes with a secondhand Fender Stratocaster, this became the fastest selling single in French history, and Ray Dorset barely tried. The song was so short, producer Barry Murray literally played the recording twice and stuck a motorcycle sound in the middle to make it long enough for radio. Genius disguised as desperation. Jug band energy meets skiffle rock with no drums, just stomping feet and hand claps, creating that infectious sing-along chorus.
Take her out for a meal. If a daddy's boy, just do what you feel.
Notice how the acoustic guitar keeps everything loose and swinging without ever getting too polished or predictable. Released in May 1970, it shot to number 1 in the UK within 2 weeks and stayed there for 7 consecutive weeks, also hitting number 3 in America and topping charts in over 20 countries.
In the summertime when the weather is high, you can stretch right up.
It became the year's best-selling single in Britain, moving millions of copies before summer even ended and establishing Dorset as a one-hit wonder for the ages.
On the lane, you can turn or return to 25.
This was open road music made for convertibles, cheap beer, and not caring about tomorrow because today felt too good to waste. From carefree abandon to spiritual ascension.
And see what you can find. If a daddy's red,
Number 3, Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum, 1969. A Jewish songwriter who'd never been to church wrote the ultimate gospel rock anthem in 15 minutes after watching Porter Wagoner on television, and it became one of the biggest one-hit wonders in history. Norman Greenbaum grabbed his Fender Telecaster with a built-in fuzz circuit and created that unmistakable grinding guitar tone that sounds like heaven and hell shaking hands.
it's gonna set me up. The spirit in the sky. Whoa, set
The Stovall sisters from Oakland brought authentic gospel hand claps and vocal stylings, while producer Eric Jacobson mixed boogie rock, blues, and hard rock into something nobody had heard before. Catch how the congas add unexpected depth beneath the distorted guitars. Released in December 1969, it hit number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and top charts in the UK, Australia, and Canada, selling over 2 million copies in its first year alone. Rolling Stone later ranked it number 333 on their 500 greatest songs of all time. And it's been featured in dozens of films, from Apollo 13 to Guardians of the Galaxy. This was car radio music that made you crank the volume to maximum and roll the windows down no matter the weather. While Greenbaum reached for the sky, Mays brought it back down to earth. Number 2, Back in Stride by Mays, 1985. This was the moment Frankie Beverly reminded everyone he owned the groove, and soul radio bowed down immediately. After years establishing Mays as the ultimate live band, Beverly crafted this track to dominate both the stage and the charts, and it worked with surgical precision that left no doubt. The bass line locks into a hypnotic pocket, while layered percussion creates a rolling wave that refuses to let up. Notice how the keyboard stabs punctuate every 4 bars like exclamation points demanding your attention. It hit number 1 on the R&B charts for 2 weeks and barely scratched the Hot 100 at 88, proving once again that pop radio didn't understand what soul fans already knew in their bones. Beverly wrote and produced it himself when too many artists were handing creative control to outsiders. He kept his sound pure and uncompromising. This was backyard barbecue music that made uncles grab their wives and show the young folks how it's really done. The kind of groove that made time stop. Everything we've heard leads to this. Number 1, Papa Was a Rollin' Stone by The Temptations, 1972.
Tell me the truth. Mama just hung her head and said, son.
The Temptations hated this song so much they almost refused to record it, and it became their final #1 hit and won 3 Grammys.
Only left us alone.
Dennis Edwards was furious because the opening line, "It was the 3rd of September, that day I'll always remember," was close to when his father died, thinking producer Norman Whitfield was mocking him, even though it was pure coincidence. The group had grown tired of Whitfield's psychedelic soul experiments and wanted to return to romantic ballads, but Whitfield refused to budge on this 12-minute cinematic masterpiece. That iconic bass line, just 3 notes repeated hypnotically, doesn't enter until nearly 4 minutes into the album version, while hi-hats and strings build tension like a thriller soundtrack.
He laid his hat, was his home. And when he died,
Hear how Whitfield brings instrumental textures in and out of the mix with the precision of a film composer.
is it true what you say that Papa never worked a day in his life?
The edited 7-minute single hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in December 1972, also topping the R&B chart, and swept the 1973 Grammys with 3 wins, including Best R&B Vocal Performance by a Group.
Mama looked up with a tear in her eye and said, son,
Rolling Stone ranked the full album version at number 169 on their 500 greatest songs of all time, and Temptations member Otis Williams later called it the last real classic the group recorded.
That ain't right.
Heard some talk about Papa doing some storefront breed.
This was the sound of Motown's Detroit era ending, a monument to what could be achieved when a producer refused to compromise his vision, even when the artist fought him every step of the way.
Hey, Mama, folks say Papa never was much on